Okay, good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So myself, Assistant Professor Devbrata Kumar Das from Dumka Engineering College. I take the control system in 5th semester. Okay. And today we'll discuss the stability analysis of control system.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, audible.
Okay, okay. Okay, so last class we have to discuss the idea of the stability criteria, why it is requirement in our control system. Okay, so in this part, we have to discuss different stability system of a given characteristic equation. Okay, so we have to discuss three systems. That means stable of the system, that is stable system. Another one, number two, that is marginally stable. And third one we have to discuss, that is unstable system. Okay. So in this part, any questions, anyone, any doubt? So please ask me, anyone, any doubt in this classification of the stability analysis of a control system? Okay. So now we have to consider one graphically representation of the stable system, another one is the unstable systems also. So this is basically graphically represented. We have to implement, that is the time axis, and this is the basically inputs of the system. Okay. So when you have to consider the system, that means starting point, it is increasing the result. Peak point we have to consider here. Then it is again, it is goes down to the zero. Okay. So now we have to implement this graphically representation in the equation. We have to know that is a feedback control system, that is RS. We have to given the characteristics equation, so we have to draw here. This is represent G1S by 1 plus G1S into H1S. We have to know. All of you know it is clear, because this is the feedback control system. So when you have to consider the closed loop control system, it is one feedback loops, it is also available here also. So this feedback we have to consider here, that is H1S. Okay. And this is the block first one, that is the controller part. We have to represent here, that is G1S. So this is the basically characteristics equation, that means the transfer functions of the given system, that is G1S by 1 plus G1S into HS. Is it clear, all of you? Then the output of the system we have to represent here, that is C1 S also. Okay. So this is basically the stable system example. So when we have to graphically represent this equation output, here you can see the system, when it is a stable system, the result is coming in that pattern. And so on. Okay. So this is the axis of the time. This is the output of the system. Here we have to represent that is C1t. This is 0 of the axis. Okay. So this is the positive half plane and this is the negative half plane. Okay. So when a stable system, that means the most of the roots of the characteristic equation, it is present on the left half plane of the S plane. Okay. So when any system it is stable, that means most of the poles it is present on the left half plane. Okay. Is it clear, all of you? Please response me, anyone. It is clear or not?
Yes, sir.
So this is the first one, that is stable system. Next, another one, unstable system. Okay. This is same to same when you have to apply the any input signal to the given systems, that is with respect to the timing. This is the graphically represented here. That is also RS. We have to give him the characteristic equation here, and we have to represent here G2S. G1, G2, this is the another format for the difference of the two systems. One is stable system, another one is the unstable system. So this is the characteristic equations of the closed loop control system. This is G2S by 1 plus G2S into H2S. Okay. Here H2, this is the feedback of the system. Okay. Then output it is coming, that is C2S. Okay. When this system it is basically unstable, that means the root of the characteristics equation, it is basically present most of the right half plane. Okay. So just consider here, this is basically graphically representation. So this is the starting point, positive half plane, negative half plane, it is goes this one, this pattern, and so on. This process is continuing, okay, with respect to the timing also. This is C2T, that is the output of the system. This is the 0, this is the positive half plane, this is the negative half plane. So in this unstable system, here most of the poles it is present on the right half plane also. Okay. So this is basically difference between the stable system and unstable system. Is it clear, all of you? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So next one, when you have to consider the plane of the axis, so this is x-axis and this is y-axis. Okay. So this is basically, that is the left hand plane, LHP we have to consider here. This is basically left hand plane is a root, first root, second root, and so on. This process is continuing. When you have to consider for a example different types of poles, we have to plot it in the S plane. This is the first one, second one, and so on. So this is the left half plane. And when you have to consider the right hand plane, this is basically first one, this is second one, This is the RHP. Okay, and this is the y-axis, that is the imaginary axis, positive, and that is the negative, imaginary axis. Okay, so in this corresponding, we have to classify this control system in the three system. That is the one is the stable system, number two, this is the marginally stable, system, and third is the unstable system. Okay, so this three type of system, it is basically classified dependent on the time response and location of the root. Okay, so this three system, it is depends on the time response and location of roots of characteristics equation. Okay, is it clear, all of you? So this three of system, that is stable system, marginally stable system, unstable system, it is basically depends on the basis of the time response analysis and also location of the root of the characteristic equation. So this time response analysis we have to broadly discuss in our module 2. So please go through the previous lectures video on the YouTube channel. So please recall the time response analysis of our different lectures classes also. Okay. So this three system, it is basically we have to use this in our stability analysis of the control system. Now, according to these stable systems, we have to classify it another one. This is the absolute and relative stability. Relative stability. Okay. So what is absolute stability? This stability, when it is used in relation to the qualitative analysis of the stability and the term of the relative stability, it is basically uses in the relation of the comparative of the analysis of the stability. So the term absolute stability is used to relation to qualitative analysis. 1 minute. Analysis of stability and the term relative stability is used in the relation of comparative analysis of Okay. So what is the absolute stability and relative stability? So this absolute stability, it is used to relation to the qualitative analysis of the stability, and the relative stability, it is basically used in the relation of the comparative analysis of the stability also. Okay. So that means the absolute stability absolute stability can be determined from the location of the roots of the characteristics equation. Characteristics equation in the S plane. Okay, I am previously tell that is the two half plane it is present here. One is the LHP, that is left half plane. Another one is the RHP, that means the right half plane. So when this absolute stability, it is determined from the location of the roots of the characteristics equation of the S plane. Okay. So we have to discuss in previous class, previous module, that is the maximum overshoot and also the damping ratio. So this is basically uses in our another one gain margin calculations and also phase margin calculations for the measure of the relative stability also. Okay, and also we have to discuss after next classes also this relative stabilities are different parameters, that is the overshoot and damping ratio also. Okay, is it clear all of you? This is the another classifications of the stability, that is the absolute stability and relative stability. Clear? Now next we have to locate, that is the location of the roots of characteristic equation in S plane. This is very important. So please everyone see this carefully. Sorry for that. Here we discuss the three system. Previously we have to discuss, that is the three system, that is the one is stable, another one is the marginally stable, and last is the unstable system. Okay. Stable system. Number two, marginally stable system. Number third is the unstable system. Okay. Okay, so now we have to discuss one by one, and we have to locate the roots of the characteristic equation of the different S plane. First, stable system. So this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. Okay. So this is the positive imaginary of the imaginary axis, and here we have to written here IMJ. This is the imaginary axis. positive range, and this is the negative imaginary axis of the negative. Okay, this is the x-axis. This is the basically positive real parts, and this is the negative real parts. Okay, so that means when you have to given a characteristic equation and you have to locate the roots of this particular given equation, there's something like that. So this is the basically first root we have to locate it here. Another one is the root is represents here also. So I am telling previous slide also, this is basically the left half plane and this is the right half plane. So when most of the roots are present on the left half plane, this system it is basically called the stable system. Okay, is it clear all of you? So the graphically represents something like that. This is the center point starting this is the stable point. Okay, this is the time axis and this is the output of the given control system. This is the stable system. It is clear all of you? Is it clear? Sandeep, it is clear?
Yes, sir.
Richika saying it is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so please response everyone. Okay, so next we have to consider the number 2, that is a marginally stable system. Okay, this is the number 1 and number 2. So something like that. Same. This is the x-axis. This is the y-axis. This is the positive imaginary part. This is the negative of imaginary part or axis. This is the root, positive real root and negative. When any root of the given characteristic equation, it is present on the axis, that is the imaginary axis. That means the root is present here and another one is also present here. So these two roots, that is a given characteristic equation, it is present on the imaginary axis. That means this system, it is marginally stable system. Okay. So what is the graphical representation? Here you can see this is the center line of the given required format. The output of the waveform. This is basically something like that. Okay. And so on. This process is continuing up to the end of the system. This is CT. So this is basically called the marginally stable, or sometimes it is also called the sustained oscillations also. Marginally stable system. Okay. Is it clear all of you? Number 3, this is the unstable. When you have to consider the unstable, so please see the graphical representation. This is the positive of the imaginary axis, negative of the imaginary axis. This is the root of the positive half plane, and this is the negative half plane. So when the roots of the present in the right hand plane, here you can see this is the right hand plane side, So this system is basically called the unstable system. Okay, and what is the graphical representation? So here you can see the starting point, it is also starting, then it is also changes this pattern, and this process is continuing. Okay. So in this three part here, you can see we have to consider in the three system. One is the stable system. That means when the root, most of the roots are present on the left hand plane. Okay, this is the LHP and this is the RHP. So this system, it is basically called the stable system, and this is the basically output waveform of the input to the output of the equations. Marginally, we have to start it from here, 0 point, then it is increasing, maximum value we have to calculate it from here, then it is goes down, and after given the certain time, it is also stable, steady state result, we have to stable here also. Number two, that is marginally stable system, and sometimes it is also called the sustained oscillations part. That means in this part, the root is the present on the imaginary axis. Here you can see in this picture, the given root is present in the imaginary axis. One is the positive half plane, that is the positive region, and this is the negative region. This is the 0 point. Okay, please consider here. So this system, it is basically called the marginally stable, and this is the basically output waveform of the marginally stable. Number third, this is the unstable system. That means when most of the roots are present on the right half plane. This is the RHP, right half plane. Then this system, it is basically called the unstable system. And this is the graphical representation. Starting point, it is starting, then it is slowly increasing, and then this is also time span, it is increases, the output is also increases according to the result. That means this system, it is does not stable any time. Okay, because the roots are present in the right half plane. Is
सर
it? Yes.
सर ये मार्जिनली अनस्टेबल सिस्टम में किस टाइप का रूट इमेजिनरी एक्सिस पे लाई करेगा, रिपीटेड या फिर नॉन रिपीटेड?
No, this is a basically repeated also, because here you can see once when we have to consider the particular given characteristic equation we have to given. So in that case, imaginary axis, that means imaginary j axis, positive half plane and negative half plane also have to consider. Okay, that means when after this slide we have to consider one take examples, and this imaginary axis we have to classify it here. This is again and again it is also considered from here. Okay. So we have,
सर
yes, yes.
सर जैसे हम लोग इमेजिनरी एक्सिस पे नॉन रिपीटेड रूट रहता तो उसको हम लोग मार्जिनली स्टेबल कहते हैं.
Yes.
इफ अगर मेरा रिपीटेड रूट रहा तो फिर उसको अनस्टेबल कंसीडर्ड करेंगे या फिर मार्जिनली स्टेबल?
Yes, marginally stable, when we have to consider here, we have to classify it in the Routh-Hertz tables also. When we have to table, we have to consider, that means the when you have to given in the equation, that is the state of the plane, that means s to the power 5, something like that. This is the equation, that is a s to the power 4, and this is a2 to the s to the power cube, and this is the a3 s2, then s plus, that is the 0. So when you have to consider this equation, this is the characteristic equation in the Routh stability table. So in that part, we have to consider one by one. That means when you have to consider first one, that is the highest of the plane, that is s to the power 5, 5, 3, that is the 1, and then also another one. And others plane, that means when s5 it is considered here, then s4 it is considered for this one, and next another part is present or not. This is basically. So in this part, when you have to consider, this is basically when zero it is result is coming. So at that part, we have to calculate this system, it is stable or marginally stable or unstable. Okay, and this is very clear in the next problems when you have to consider a example how it is solved according to the Raoult tables also, and what is the basic process of calculation of the state of the plane. This part it is also clear. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So basically, one given equations, this is we have to consider from here general characteristic equation. Equation. We have to consider that is the 1 plus G1S and H1S. We know that this is basically 0. Here H1 is the feedback system of the control system, closed loop control system, and this G1 is the controller part of the polynomial function. So when we have to consider this general characteristic equation for the stability analysis, we have to consider that is A0 s to the power n plus A1 and that part s to the power n minus 1 plus next is A2 s to the power n minus 2 plus and so on. This process is continuing, and last is the an equals to that is 0. So this is the basically one general characteristic equation for the polynomial format of the given required equation. So in this part, that is the real part of the roots of the polynomial equation is to be ascertained which in turn indicates absolute stability or instability. Okay, so this is the basically polynomial equation for the general equation when we have to consider here. Okay, so in this case, up to the roots, when you have to consider the first order system, that means the root is coming, that is s equals to minus a1 by a0. So first part here you can see first order characteristic equation. First order characteristics equation. So that means the equation that is a0s plus a1. We have to know in the previous module, that is the module 2, we have to discuss the different order of the characteristic equation, first order characteristic equation, second order, and also and so on, higher order control, sorry, higher order characteristic equation. So in this equation here you can see that is a0s, the highest order of the s, that is a 1, s that is a 1, and here that is the s to the power 0. Okay, that means a0s plus a1 that is equals to 0. So when you have to calculation the root of the equation, this is equation number 1. So this is s equals to minus of A1 by A0. Is it clear? This is A0 is that is equals to minus A1. That means A is equals to minus A1 by A0. When you have to consider the first order characteristic equation. Next, another one. When second order system. Second order, this is CHAC dot, that is the characteristic, okay? Characteristic equation. It is considered for the polynomial equations, something like that. That is A0 A square plus A1S plus that is A2. This is equals to 0. Okay, all of you know why it is called the second order system? Because highest of the power of the S is 2. That's why this is called the second order characteristic equation. And when you have to consider, you have to calculate the root of this system. That is equation 2. The root of the equation 2 is, we have to know the how it is calculated. That is here S1 and S2. We have to know the rules. That is minus B plus minus B root over of B square minus 4AC by 2A. So that means here minus B, that means the minus A1 plus minus root over of B square. That means the here also B square, that means the A1 square minus 4 into A into C. Here A means that is the A0 and C means that is the A2. That means 4 into A0 into A2 divided by, we know that 2 into A. A means that is the here. Okay, we have to know this equation. So when we have to consider for the second order characteristic equation and you have to express the polynomial equation, this is the basically A0 A square plus A1S plus A2 equals to 0. So you have to calculate the root of the equation. You have to apply the rules of the system. This is minus B, okay, plus minus root over of B square minus 4AC by 2. So in this equation, when you have to given the value, you have to put it here. You have to output from here S1 and S2. Next, another one, when you have to consider the higher order control system, that means the third order system. Okay. So everyone, please write your own name and roll number in the chat box also. And Pranab, Sandeep, you have to take a one screenshot of the participant list, okay? And after ending the class, you have to send me.
Okay, sir.
So next, the third order system. And we have to continue these topics in next classes also in the next day, okay? And this is very important class because one mathematical problem, that is Routh-Hurst criteria, it is also coming in your semester exam questions also. Okay, this is very, very important. So now third order system. Given equation that is